everybody can hear me. I'm really confused today. What else is new? Here am I now. Hey Michelle. Hey Rhonda. Can you guys hear me? I hope so. Because I don't know. Like I said, I got confused. But that's me. Warning you in advance, guys. I'm going to be doing a lot of yawning today. I don't know why. I really, really don't know why. I'm just, I'm trying to keep it in, but you know how it goes. But it's summertime. Summertime. Do any of you remember that song? Well, summertime is the time to relax and refresh and enjoy. Except for those of you with kids that are home. I'm sorry. Nothing I can do about it. But just remember, you still need to take some time for yourself, guys. That's still important. Even if they are around all the time. Send them a gig, they can't. I'm trying not to yawn and it keeps creeping up on me. Yes, I'm still working on the same. It's funny because usually I can finish a diamond painting this big in 4 or 5 weeks, a month at most, really about a month, maybe sometimes less. It depends upon how much confetti, But with all the interruptions I've been having with my obsession with Procreate and reading, there's less time for me to diamond paint. So I'm trying to make time. I did diamond painting this morning. Yes, I saw your recording, your video, Rebecca. I did. The first thing I go looking for. I don't know if you put up another one this afternoon because I stopped. I left here about 2 o'clock. And I was working first on getting, the live all set up. Then on some stuff for The Great Escape, which starts in how long? Rebecca, I think it's a week, a little more than a week, or is it 2 weeks? I don't know. I put the computer in front of me today so I can reach it easier. Not reach it, but so I can use the camera. Because with the other camera, this is really, really in your face. What's today? Today's this the 19th, right? Okay, so or it's the 19th. Yeah. So that means 2 weeks from today we start. Yay! Oh, cool. I might have seen it then. Because around that time, that's when I was diamond painting and listening, and I don't know. I ask Rebecca. I tend to make things complicated for myself. It's a mystery. Maybe you guys can answer that, but I do. I'll admit that. It's just I'm not that picky. I'm just persnickety. I like to have things a certain way. I like to do things. Once I start, I want to get as much done as I can. I've always been that way, which is probably why I burned out from working. I was so glad when I could, not when I had the disability, but I was so glad that I was no longer working, because I would go in the morning and, what I'd be there, and I'd do that all day. I didn't stop. Then I go home exhausted. Couldn't figure out why. Now I know why. But what were we talking about? Oh, hush, Rebecca. Yeah, understatement. But I do. Like I said, when I start working on the Great Escape, again, ask Rebecca. I am working and working and working. I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I'm writing to her on Messenger. She does not have to answer right away, but it would be nice if she answers before midnight. I'm sorry. I'm just picking on you. I'm just picking on you. Hi, Dawn. Nice to meet you again. I saw you subscribed last week or a couple of weeks ago. Thank you. I appreciate that. I still don't have a lot of subscribers, but that's okay. I also don't have a lot of money, but that's okay. Why is it making noise? I know why. Because the straw keeps coming out of the thing it goes into, and it lets air in. That's so that air in. I don't hear. See, I don't mind if you take your time to answer a message. I don't get a message right away, but I do check every once in a while on Messenger to see if anybody has written me. It's rare to get us both online at the same time where we can answer each other back and forth. That doesn't happen very often. But if it was urgent, she'd tell me. Did you write something to me today? Because this afternoon, I have been staying away from the computer, really. I've just been, well, no, I wasn't. Like I said, I worked on getting the live. So I was in Canva and in Power Director Mobile and in Procreate, trying to come up with an idea. I couldn't, but Rebecca and I will discuss it later. But anyway, you all ready for the Great Escape? I hope so. And who of you has gone to the beach? If you live anywhere near the beach, most of you guys are in the Midwest, aren't you? Or mid states, whatever the term. So yes, Rebecca sent me a message. Told you so. I'll get to it after the live. I'll get to it. I would have gotten to it after the live anyway. I did check Messenger quite a few times. I got your message that you and Jean were going out. And Rhonda sent me a really, oh man, it's so cute. She sends me cat videos. I send them cat videos. I can't help it. I love cats. We all know that. And oh gosh, my mind just went blank. What do they call it? A brain fart? No, I just had one. Oh yeah, I was having problems with my password manager. I think I told you guys that last week. I don't remember, but I had to go through a whole big rigmarole, creating a new account, moving everything over. I was glad I was able to export my passwords. I couldn't before, but because I couldn't, it refused to, it didn't recognize my password. It's the password I've been using for the past, I don't know, 3 years. So anyway, I had to do that, and then I had to manually input all my other information that I want to keep protected. Because I'll tell you something, they've got some really strong protection there. If you lose your password, you know, or the secret, well, I think the secret key you can get back. I don't even think so. They give you a long secret key, and your passwords, your information, your data is encrypted with that key, and it's long. But if you forget your password, no way in heaven or hell are you going to get back in. You're not. You're just not going to get it. You can try everything in the book, which we did. I did. And like I said, I was able for some reason to get into the app on my MacBook because I had it set to my, fingerprint recognition. So I didn't have to input my password. And I set it up and I left it, and then I wasn't able to export it first because it wouldn't connect to the internet. And then all of a sudden it let me export. I tell you, I always have such problems. Hush up now. Hi, Bonnie. You're working on staying cool. I know how well that is. Yeah, I know. It's hot here too. And tomorrow, or rather Monday, um, they start work on our roof. So we have to move our cars away from the front of the apartment building and park in a guest spot. Only there are less guest spots than residents, but it is summer, so most of the snowbirds aren't here. So there are less people here during the summer. Thank God. If they started this in the winter, forget it. I think there'd have been a riot. But that's the first thing, they're doing the roof. And then I suppose when they're done with all the roofs, there's 15, 14 buildings in this complex. And each building is 3 stories. And each story has 4 apartments or 3 apartments. I forget. That's a lot of apartments. If they, the snowbirds were down there, forget it. People would be screaming. It's hot everywhere except Australia. I understand. This is their winter, so uh isn't it cool? I put that up because yeah, I've been there. I don't like the beach anymore. I used to go when I was younger, but I don't. I live. I'd say it's about 20 minutes to a half hour, maybe longer with traffic. Without traffic, it's maybe 15, 20 minutes, but with traffic, and there's always traffic now, it'll take 20, 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes to get there. So I don't go down to the beach. Oh, we have a pool. Dad's been going out and swimming every morning. But for some reason, I don't remember what he told me, they emptied the pool one day, a couple of days ago. There was a reason for it. Something was broken, and they had to fix it. And they had to empty the pool to fix it. I think it was the pump or something. And since it's dry and empty, they decided they're going to resurface it now. See, we got to wait for them to resurface it. Poor Dan. He loves his spinning. He does. Let's see. Vonda says Eric's games were rescheduled today due to the air quality. Wow. In Fort McMurray, 7 hours north. Okay. I don't see the reasoning in that unless they took air quality at where you live. Forest fires are oh yeah, forest fires. We haven't had I don't think the evidence has had a serious fire yet. Nothing close to the border, at least. See, you're still on water restrictions in Calgary since June 1st. Mm. That must be a lot of bottled water. That's why I drink my sweet water. But yeah, if I had to take a shower, because I think a bath uses more water than a shower. Because showers can be quick. I don't take a long shower. Not anymore. I used to, oh, I used to sit there, stand there and just let the water glide. Especially when I came in from outside. I was hot and sticky. Marilyn B., welcome. I'm glad you're here tonight. I'm sorry you chose to because I have nothing to talk about. I never do. So what's the difference? Let's see. Rebecca says, not to mention that most of the beach is landlocked. It's true. But some of you in Michigan, you have the lakes, and that's beach, isn't it? They've got beaches there. Got a big enough lake, you got beaches. I've got the Atlantic. At least I can't stand the humidity. I'm glad we have more breezes than the West Coast, but we have a lot more humidity. Robin, welcome, Robin. Good evening. I hope you're all doing well. Tell me, what are you guys working on, and what's my next color? It's why. 3787? Oh, that's a dark gray. But there's only 2 of them, so I don't have to spill them out into the tray. Nope. There's 4 more right there. See, I usually look first. I could have done this with a multi-placer, but I like it. I think this is fun. It takes a little less time than having to spill it out and pick up the thing and then put them back. And nope, 2 more. Any more? Have we any whys? No. Did I warn you that I was going to be yawning a lot? Right? Sorry, Marilyn. I'm crazy. You have to understand that. I'm a little bit out there, mostly because I don't do anything. I'm disabled. I have fibromyalgia. I have a bad back. Weeks ago I had terrible pains, and I'm in the house, in my apartment, all day, every day. I don't want to go out except to see the doctors. I don't. I'm happy right where I am. But most of the time, I have nobody I talk to. So when I talk with Rebecca, Crafting and Crime, you gotta watch her, Marilyn, if you don't already. I babble. So I'm babbling. What'd she say? Bonnie says, I just opened my container of 3787. Well, great minds. And please don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Oh, thank you. I don't know if we're all crazy. We are all addicted to diamond painting, at least. At the least. I do diamond painting, and now I'm doing digital graphic arts on Procreate. Rebecca does crochet and puzzles and Legos and watercolor. Um, go over to Crafts with Crashly. She's got release papers that were painted by those. The pictures were painted by Rebecca, Crafting and Crime. You've got to go see them. They're beautiful, especially if you need release papers. What else? Yeah, so I don't do anything. I got nothing to talk about. Nothing happens to me except problems and problems that seem always, and it's not my fault, but problems that always seem to go whoosh and they're very frustrating. And it takes me days to get answers or to get this fixed or to get that fixed. I still haven't got YouTube to fix my watch later page. I go into my watch later. I have over 900 videos in there because I've been sending videos I want to see over there for years. Well, I'm not that far behind. I think I'm a year behind. And up until 9 months ago, 9 months ago is the first one I can see. Everything else says it's private. All of those videos, all of a sudden in one day, went private. And support won't help me. They won't get it's got to be one of the programmers you need to go through and see what's wrong. It's not my computers because it happens on every one I log on to, my MacBook, my iPhone, my iPad. So I don't know what the problem is. What is their problem? But that's still ongoing. Yay! Lucky me. Oh, you're on an iPhone, Michelle? Or a phone? Black squirrel just splooted again in the yard? Splooted. I don't think I want to know. The reason I'm waiting for one is because I moved my computer in front of me, and I also have the my storage tray in front of me, and it's a long reach over. I usually have it on the side, but for some reason, this microphone right here, which you can still see this camera, it was really, really in the way. I mean, all you saw was this black arm with this white camera. Like I said, I have problems. But Rebecca has some too with Power Director. I had some, but I haven't been on Power Director, my desktop version, in a while. Not since I had the first problem. So I don't know if it's still there or what. I've been using the mobile app, and the mobile app, no problem. It just doesn't have as many choices as the desktop does, so you can, switch things up a little. But I've got my opening for my Friday. I got that down pat. And I want to say I have that up there for two reasons. One, I think it looks cool. It does. And it gives me, 41 seconds, a minute to get myself completely and ready for this, The second reason is I have learned that if you turn on live on StreamYard, and start talking right away, even if it says you are live, you're going to miss the first a minute or less. You know, you're going to miss the first things that you said. What is she talking about? So I have that as an extra delay.
Your battery is low. Please charge it, Michelle.
Oh, shut up. That's my iPad. I should charge it, I guess. So that's why I have that little intro, Rebecca. I'm going to make her one. Sometimes I love you, but I'll come into your live. You forget sometimes there's an ad, which is another 10 seconds that's taken up. And you're already talking, and I got to get through that ad before I can listen to you. Very frustrating. And I know I'm not the only one, because YouTube has a natural delay. I'm not sure what delay is, 5 seconds. It's not a lot, but it's enough to be annoying. I mean, we'll ask you guys to write something, or we're having a contest or whatever, and we'll say this, and we'll say, okay, I want you all to write down what you're working on right now. Okay? And I'm going to get impatient, because even if you write it right as I say it, or you hear it, it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a bit to get through to me. It's natural delay. Not sure why. I mean, I understand why it's they do the same thing on TV, in the news and stuff like that. There's always a delay before they start again. I guess they don't want to take the chance of having one of the anchors with their pants down. Crap like that has happened before. So a little delay goes, just a little extra time to get yourself under the desk, even if your pants are off. But yeah, it actually happened. I once saw, I think it was CBS. I saw the Anchorman. I was watching the news. I saw the Anchorman. You know, we had a commercial, and then the Anchorman came back, and he wasn't quite in time, even with the delay. And just as he was sitting down, boxers. He was wearing his boxers and a nice shirt. It was, yeah, I think that's why they put that delay in, and probably why YouTube does too. Because if somebody's monitoring it and somebody says something or does something that they shouldn't, I don't know. I'm just coming up with ideas off the top of my head. Yeah. Yes, I'm wearing pants tonight. Usually I'm in my sleep shirt, so I'm not. But yeah, I'm wearing my. I'm right. It's my grumpy shirt. I'm right. You're wrong. Any questions? I love Grumpy. He's my favorite. Anybody else here? Who's here? How you doing, Robin? I hope you're reading and reviewing. And my God, you do more than I do, and I don't do anything. But I still have enough to keep me busy every day between waking up in the morning and diamond painting, or taking care of some of the computer issues. Devices don't like me, or software issues, or whatever. Um, Emailing back people, checking my email, checking Messenger, and then I go into the bedroom in the afternoon, and now I work on Procreate, so I get very absorbed into that. But I made it a rule that at dinner time, no more Procreate. I can read, but no more Procreate. So I will start reading. at dinner and after dinner. And I'll read all night. uh, if I don't get my sleeping pills, which I got one left for tonight. And I don't know where they are. I'm going to have to ask the pharmacy because I hope they're not out of it again. If they are, I'm going to have to ask my doctor to write a prescription for the other one that she gives me when the pharmacy's out of it. One time, I think it was in February or March, the pharmacy ran out of my prescription. And I said, well, when is it going to come in? She says, we don't know. Whenever the distributor decides to give it to us. I said, well, when will that be? She says, I don't know. Could be as long as June. So I would have to go 2 months not sleeping because I have insomnia and I can't sleep without it. I can't. It's the way it is. Some people have the same issue. They say you shouldn't take it every night. I have no side effects. I've been taking it for years. There are times, very rarely, when it stops working. And then I just stop for a week or two and take something else. And then I'll go back to because everything else I take makes me groggy when I wake up. I feel very groggy and slow and just there's nothing left to me. With these pills, I wake up and I kind of almost jump out of bed. I'm really, if I've slept well, sometimes I don't, but if I've slept well, most of the time I do, I wake up fine. No problem. Jerry says I take mine every night. Sometimes I have to take a second one. I've never taken a second one because I'm taking the time released uh, Ambien, which is Zolpidem, the generic. The Medicare took it off their formulary because they said for women, only for women, men can have it. I said, why? Why can't the doctor be in charge of what medication he or she gives to their patient? If I'm a woman, I have no side effects. I've been taking it for years with no side effects. But now the insurance company won't pay for it. And I was afraid it was going to cost me what I see on what is it, every month you get that thing with the prescriptions and what they cost and what the insurance paid. And you don't owe anything, but it's just a benefit, a list of benefits, whatever. And it would be like $150, $200. Huh. I found these prescription cards. It's only like 25, $30. But that's the money I got to pay for every month. I'm on a fixed income. And we've got mortgage and insurance. Well, no, it's included in the mortgage. And the HOA fees, and electric, and phone, and internet, and cable, and gas, and food. I get help with that, but sheesh. I was reading in the newspaper today too. A lot of Miami and Broward restaurants are closing because rents have been jacked up too high. Now that the pandemic's over, rents have jacked up too high. Inflation is killing most of us. Salaries have gone up. Your employers aren't making the money to give to the employees. And the employees are not getting enough to go out and have dinner or have lunch outside without having, they got to make it themselves. So a lot of these restaurants that have been around, some of them, especially mom and pops, for years are closing. Even chains like Cheesesteak Factory, they're using a lot. They used to had a huge menu with huge plates. I mean, one serving could serve 2 or 3 people. That's how much they would put on a plate. Not anymore. They've cut their menu down. They used to have 50 different items for dinner. So good. I've only been there once, but so these are issues that are in the paper. And all the people, like the landlords, are saying, oh, it's not inflation. The hell it isn't. Why are you charging more? And one store was paying a little over $1,500. They raised it to $2,100 a month. I mean, come on. I can see a 10% or 20% raise, but that much? No, that's wrong. Why are you, if you say it's not because of inflation, you shouldn't have a problem. You're getting paid every month. A restaurant has to buy food, pay for the electric, the stoves, inspections, licenses, all the the other stuff, employees, and even the regular customers are not coming back because they have to raise their prices too high in order to cover their own nut. It's not right. It's not right. I mean, even Red Lobsters, they're moving out. They're closing their stores, their restaurants, and especially in Miami-Dade and Broward. I live in Broward, just north of Miami-Dade. Of course, it's not Miami-Dade anymore, or it is Miami-Dade. It used to be just Dade County, and then they changed it to Miami-Dade because Miami, come on, they're the bomb. They're the it city. I love that. And we're the redhead stepchildren. I'm sorry. I told you I was a little nuts today. But for Marilyn's sake, and for anybody else who's watching this who hasn't been here before, I laugh all the time, even when I'm alone, because I found a long time ago that laughing eases my pain. It releases endorphins that help block some of the pain signals. So I laugh a lot. And I don't know, I think I'm funny. I will make myself laugh if I can. Fake it till you make it. Whoops. I'm just taking out these are some ABs, and I'm taking out the ones that don't have a coating on them. Unfortunately, that's a lot. Let's put those over there. Gosh. Now, you buy drills for, these are a white from Diamond Art Club. You buy drills from diamondpaintingdrills.com. Go to Rebecca's site and use her link. And you'll never see drills that don't have coating on them. They all have it. She buys the good stuff, and we get the good stuff at a good price too. Let's do 3. I love ABs. I still, sorry guys, I still have not. kitted up my painting for the Glitter State event, but I still haven't looked at it to see where I want to add bling, if I want to add bling, and if I have the correct colors or if I want to change the color. But it takes a while. I'm not ordering any new ABs. I've I've showed them off once. They're all square ABs. I don't do rounds. I have very little crystals. I just like the ABs. I have some crystals and metallics and other things. I buy most of my drills from diamondpaintingdrills.com. Sometimes I will go to DP with sparklers.com. Devon, she's got nice nice drills too. You know, when you need bling, if one doesn't have it, try the other. But usually Alyssa, Diamond Painting Drills, has what you need, and she's my friend, so I go there. I will say hi to Tima and go there and buy some stuff just to be, she's also a friend. Well, an acquaintance. Alyssa's a friend. And you got to support your friends. Am I right? Am I right? Thank you, Marilyn. I'm enjoying you too. I know it's a one-sided conversation. It is ridiculous, I know, but it is what it is, and I'm enjoying myself. And if you don't like it, tough. Becca tells me not to do that, but that's part of my personality. A very sarcastic personality. Yeah, like I said, I think I'm funny, but I find absurdity in so much. I mean, my life is a sitcom. The whole one. Like I said, I don't go around and do anything, but stuff does happen. It happens to Dan. I'll talk about him, but I don't like to talk about everything that happens to him, because it's his stories to tell. But I find absurdity in everything that happens, especially on YouTube. When the drama comes, I will not encourage it, but I'll watch it. I mean, I don't know who can resist it, but more power to you. Because I don't know. It's absurd what people get upset about, especially when it involves writing, because you never know how to take it. If you can use emojis all you want, but if you don't use them, which I hardly use any, nobody knows the tone that you're using, because inflection and exclamation, all that is part of communication. In English, I can say I love you, and I can say I love you, but you don't know what I'm saying unless you hear it or see an emoji. We used to call them just fancy characters, colon, dash, close parentheses is a smile. I've been on the computers way too long. I mean, I met my third and last husband online. not through the internet. This was before the internet. But there was still an online presence. And I found it, and I even opened my own BBS, bulletin board system. And I was a sysop, system operator. And we used to, it was a big network, FidoNet. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but they would exchange packets of mail worldwide. Worldwide. So I could have conversations with people on the other side of the world. And I did, just like we can now with the internet. You're in Canada, you're in England, you're in the Netherlands, you're in Australia. We can chat, we can talk. Back then, that was novelty. So when I found that, I said, "Oh yeah, I got to be part of that." And that's how I met my third and last husband, because he sold a program that worked with that network. That was for that network. So if you had a BBS, you put up his program to help exchange the packets. And there's 1 hour a night, 1 hour a day rather, because it could be day or night, depends upon where it is. 1 hour that it's mail time. And you're not allowed to take any calls other than from your distributor, whoever distributes your packets, and send your packets out. That's it. You can't have, people used to be able to call up and play around and download free programs. And it was called programs, not apps. They were all programs. I still think of the apps on my MacBook as programs. They're programs. And it was new. It was exciting. I could have a computer, have a modem, and dial up and go into this person's computer and play games and chat with other people. Not chat, but it's mail with other people. If you had an argument, it lasted days, because it would take days. So, I mean, overnight, yeah, but you wouldn't hear back from the other person until the next day. Because the way it was set up, it wasn't instantaneous the way the internet is, which means trolls. Trolls have more freedom now, which is a shame. I mean, they were still trolling even back then, but not so much as there is now. But it was a novelty. I mean, I remember when the internet first came online, first it was CompuServe, which was a little complicated to work. Then came Prodigy, and about the same time came AOL. You're a troll. Oh, hi, Jen. J. Rob's here. Everybody, hold on to your precious items. Yay, J. Rob. DB Addictions Adventures. She goes on right after me. So at 9 o'clock. So go take a look. She's I love J. Rob. Jen. I call her J. Rob. I'm sorry. I can't help it. That's how I first started to know her. And I always call people by their nicknames most of the time, some of the time. Like Mutt, who's really Michelle. I call her Nut because I'm silly. Right? I'm silly. So Jen is admitting to being a troll. Yes, she is. She sense of humor. She'll pick on things that I wouldn't even think of it, and it's like, oh my, oh my. She makes me laugh. I love the people in this community, most of them. I mean, there were some that I'm ambivalent about. I don't really hate or dislike anybody. I'm, if anything, I'm ambivalent. Because the opposite of like or love is not hate. It's ambivalence. It's not caring. It's ignoring. It's letting it wash off your back like a duck. So I guess I'm a duck. Because even when people say things about me, yeah, it hurts, but I'm not going to retaliate because I will retaliate on behalf of my friends. Some people know about this. But that's because to me, that's what friends do. They stick up on your behalf. And when you don't want to say anything, they say something. So you can't be blamed with promoting. What's the word I'm looking for? Pushing, whatever, starting, keeping it up. Yeah. But like I said, I like most of the people in our diamond painting, crafting community. I used to do a lot of other crafts. I mean a lot. I mean, come on, you're home all day. This is when I was still younger and still disabled, but a bit. I was married and things were fine, and we had the room. I had my own little craft room, and I would do everything from using stamps and the beautiful powders and embossing the making cards and stuff. Um, what else did I do? Polymer clay. I would make little figurines or do something with the polymer clay. I crocheted a lot, a lot. I mean, because I can't stay home and not do something productive. I have to do something. Whether it's diamond painting or Procreate, I have to do, or reading, I have to do something, preferably something productive. When I was crocheting or knitting, I would give the scarves and the blankets away to my family and friends and even shelters. And not that they need blankets down here, but there's a movement called Warm Up America, and you make squares, and you don't have to put the whole blanket together. You just make a square 7 inches by 7 inches or something like that, and then you put it in an envelope and send it off. You can make it any color, any style, anything you want. And the people who are involved with Warm Up America, they'll put it together and then send it overseas. So they make hats and send them to the soldiers because, especially in the Navy, they're out there on the water. It gets cold. Ooh, I know because I traveled. So you would make hats and they send them off to the and mittens and scarves and blankets, whatever, like I said, the blankets you could just do a square. And it was wonderful. I hope they're still in business. Still in business. It's all nonprofit. It's all free. They do it for love of our guys who, whether we agree with them or not, are out there risking their lives. Period. I mean, I don't care if you agree with what's happening and why they're out there or not. They're out there. They're your brothers, your sons, and daughters, and mothers, and grandfathers, and grandmothers, and all that other stuff. You know, sisters, brothers, they're out there. And they need a lot of things that, while the government has a lot of money for the damn war, they don't have a lot of money for the soldiers. So some of them go bareheaded or very cold in the, and that's not nice. So we do what we can. I don't do that anymore though. I don't crochet or knit. Oh God, I knit. I used to cross stitch. What else did I do, Rebecca? I can't even remember now. I did so much, I forgot what I did. I had fun. Oh, I made jewelry. That's right. I forgot. I had a business. Didn't work very well, but I had a small business on Etsy making jewelry. Just nobody liked my jewelry. I did. Nobody else, wasn't their style. So, and I didn't spend a lot of time advertising, and I should have. I should have been on Twitter and Facebook pushing this and that and advertising, and just whatever, Instagram, wherever I could. But I didn't. So if you don't work at it, you don't get the reward. Just like I don't have the subscribers, one, because I do this for fun, but two, because I don't buy a lot and open boxes. I don't do a lot of videos on just ribbon chats or something. I don't put myself out there. It doesn't matter. I have fun. I'm having fun. I enjoy doing this. Let's see, what's everybody saying? Bonnie said, I was a little kid, like 6 years old, making pot holders from loops. Oh, I did that in plastic loom and went around door to door selling them for how much? 10 cents each, 3 for 25. That's adorable. Pink ragdoll. The pink ragdoll cat is coming along. I finished the other eye. This is the left eye, so I'm almost at the end of the cat. Let's see what else. You were away for a week. I'm sorry, J Rob. That's bad. I'm not gonna say it. It's true. I didn't know. She says, oh, she's talking to Robin. I hope you're well and enjoying those amazing grandkids this summer. Yeah, Robin is a sweetie. She does a lot. Reading and reviewing books and diamond painting and what else do you do? Cross stitching and everything I used to do, but I don't do anymore because I'm addicted to diamond painting. And to Bonnie, she says, those were the days so fun. I remember making those pot holders. Yes. Although I tried to use one and didn't realize it was nylon and burned through it. It's true. They were very good. They were fine as trivets. If you put them down on a table and you put something hot on it, they wouldn't burn, but not for those hot metal pot handles that pots had back then. Let's see. Rhonda says, I'm able to volunteer a couple of hours. If I receive money, I lose my benefits. That's right. I'm the same. I can't work unless I'm gonna lose my benefits. I can earn a little bit, but it's so little, it's not really worth it. Let's see. Being an able-bodied with an invisible disability is challenging. Honey, being not able-bodied at 70 with an invisible disability is challenging. It doesn't matter. Invisible disabilities, people just don't believe. There's too many Karens out there. Sorry for anybody who's named Karen. Raman says, you're trying, Jen? Oh, but you've been pretty. Oh no, you got to play with the grandkids though. Oh, at least you're doing video chats. That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's very good. Well, I'm in the mood to read. Like I said, I don't talk a lot. I'm usually sitting here either working on my diamond painting or trying to paint something on Procreate. I've done a couple of really nice things. Have I shown you guys yet? I don't think I've shown you yet what I did. I don't know if I can bring it up now. Well, wait, I think I can. Let's see, go down to my artwork. And where's the good stuff? Hey, where'd it go? Where's the stuff I just worked on? Oh, I didn't put them into this album yet. Okay, never mind. But it's getting late for me. We've been here an hour. I can't believe I've been talking for an hour and I want to thank everybody for coming. I appreciate it. I really do. And in the meantime, I want you all to be good, be happy, be kind, be nice, be wonderful, be safe. And until the next time, guess what? Arrivederci. I don't know. I always do that.